Okay, for this one, did you get the same answer that I did? That the pH is 3.435, and I kept those 3 digits after the decimal because I had 3 sig figs here, and then I added another 0 for subtracting, and I got 10.565, so it's acidic. Okay, do you have any questions on how to do these? I know you were introduced to pH previously, but it might have been a while since you've used it. Then you would have had pKw information or KW, and you could find pKw. Okay, we're going to work at 25, and then there will be a time that we're going to do some problems at another temperature. And that'll be very clear that we're not at 25 at that point in time. Okay, let's look at another situation. This next problem starts to talk about what do we do when we're actually trying to find the pH of something in a chemistry laboratory. So this is not information where we say the hydrogen ion is this or the hydroxide ion is this. Now we're starting to talk about chemical compounds, and this is where we're leading in the chapter on acid-base behavior and pH. What's the pH of a 0.0026 molar sodium hydroxide solution at 25 degrees? Well, the first thing you have to do is think about what is sodium hydroxide. It is a salt, and it is a strong base. And what happens when I put sodium hydroxide in water? It dissociates. So I have sodium hydroxide. It is readily soluble because it contains an alkali metal cation, and it makes sodium ions and hydroxide ions in water. Now, if the sodium hydroxide is 0.0026 molar, what's the concentration of a sodium ion? 0.0026 molar. And what's the concentration of the hydroxide ion? The same. Now, I have sodium ions and hydroxide ions swimming around in this solution. For our purposes, what effect does a sodium ion have on pH? What have we talked about sodium ions affecting pH? What effect do metal cations have on pH for our purposes in this class for the rest of the semester? None. What effect does a sodium ion have on pH? None. Do we care that there's a sodium ion in solution? No. It has nothing to do with pH. So, a hydroxide ion is a little bit different. We know the hydroxide ion concentration is 0.0026 molar. It came from the sodium hydroxide. Now, is there any more hydroxide in there? There might be a little bit more because it came from water, right? 1 times 10 to the negative 7th molar. Does that hydroxide from the autoionization of water have any significance when I'm dumping in sodium hydroxide? No. Why would I be dumping sodium hydroxide into water at my house? I know what you're thinking. But no, why would I do that in my house if I were a good, abiding citizen, which I am? To clean, I would clean my sink, my drain, or I'd clean my oven with that, right? Okay, so we find the pOH. pOH is minus the log 0.0026 molar, so that is equal to 2.59. Now I can find the pH from the pOH. I assume I'm at 25 degrees Celsius because I didn't say otherwise. So pH is pKw 14 minus 2.59. So the pH is equal to 11.41. And it is greater than 7, and it's basic, which is what I would expect. Okay, now you do the next one. Find the pH of a water sample where the hydroxide concentration is 1.47 times 10 to the negative 9th molar.